Big text mode. Yeah, corrupting blood changes are interesting. That it's not bleeding, but um, yeah, or it's not bleeding damage or something. All right, Challenge League. Great opportunity of starting a fresh new economy. Yay! Test your skills. Who knows about that? Rewards, inscribed ultimatums. Ooh, that go to the Trial Master's domain. You gotta bring a. Oh, so it specifies what you have to bring. Fun. I didn't realize it would specify what you offer. That's cool. Alright. 40 challenges, all that stuff. Reap Bloody Scythe. Swipes across the selected area. Oh, looks pretty cool. If enemies survive, you gain a blood charge. So I guess it, like, charges up on bosses or something. And then Exsanguinate was, like, blood hentai. Tendrils of blood. Narrow angle in front of you. And it chains. That's cool. Petrified blood protects the lower half of your life. We saw these. We saw these actual gems. Strength support gems. Bloodthirst. That's like low life attack build. Yeah, well, that's not. It's not just that. It's also the fact that there's like, now we got incursions for temples, and we got rituals, and we got breaches, and we got heists, and we got like everything. Yeah, I feel like I'm further and further behind, to be honest. So I gotta catch up. Let's see. Blood magic split into 2. We know about that. 13 unique items, 14 new div cards. Sweet. Ritual added. They said 8%, but Vol Reliquary Key, so the rarest reliquary key yet. Jesus, I did not find, I found like 2 of the first one and then just haven't seen one afterwards. 6 vendor SPs, that'll be fun. 5 base types, that'll be fun. Various new league rewards: Catalyst, Incubator, Scarabs. 5 new Sextant modifiers. Continue to incrementally improve the sound, arcs, effects, and environments. We get that note like every time, but it's good. Yeah. I have major FOMO issues in general. So Zano's only half as likely to offer you a unique synthesis map. That's too bad. Because that was actually like a cool way to get some things. But you can like double the number of maps that she offers, so like maybe that's fine. Let's see. Reduce the chance for map areas to contain Abyss, Ambush, Blight, Breach, Dom, Essence, Heist, Legion, Map, or Torment by 20%. And then Zana mission. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's just fine. Ritual changes. 8% base chance. Only in maps. So, 4 Ritual Atlas passive nodes to Haywark Hamlet. Fun. I do like the Atlas passives, kind of letting you pick and choose what content you do. It's nice. Oh no, Harvest got nerfed. I don't give a shit, to be honest. Like, this is, yeah. But there are crafts that, crafts that added Atlas influences being removed kind of stinks. But randomizing existing influence seems actually better in some ways, because like sometimes I get a base that's really cool with the wrong. Like, that just means you have to start with an influence base, even if it's not the influence you want, I guess. Which means that it's harder to get a good base on the influence you want, since you can't just add it. That's fine. Like, yeah, this stuff doesn't really affect me too much. Mostly because I don't end up doing that much crafting like this. I tend to just do it. Ooh, 15 crafting options. That's nice. Saving a little extra. That's good. Alright, general changes. Rebalanced league specific rewards. That's good. Ooh, Delirium Orbs now exclusive to Delirium encounters. Interesting. Abyss Scarabs from various sources. Yep. So, Abyss Jewels use the Loot 2.0 stuff, but only from Abyssal Troves. That's cool. I like that. Several new modifiers, an existing, updated. Apparently there's a whole section on it. Fine. Blighted maps can be corrupted, and they give tainted oils, which is awesome. You can anoint corrupted items. Sorry, I had to finish that. So yeah. Maps quant to the Blight chest. That's cool. Oil modifiers have been updated. Yes, I imagine that that's part of the motivation. To be honest, like trying to get things in a good place. Soju. Heard of that. I don't think I've had it though. Clear, colorless, distilled. Oh, well, what was I watching where they were drinking a shit ton of soju? I don't think they have. What do they have for desserts? I don't know if they have anything. Let's see. They don't have anything that's a dessert. Why not? I don't know. So like right now I'm not drinking any alcohol, but I can oh, interesting. So like soju can actually be served as if it's beer. Interesting. I am not in a legal state. I enjoy a good alcoholic beverage, but I was drinking a bit too much. What was I watching? There's something I was watching where they were just drinking a fuck ton of soju. I can't remember for the life of me. Alright, Betrayal Changes. Unveiled mods don't count as a crafting modifier now, but you still obtain crafting progress towards that mod. That's a weird change. Safe house leaders no longer lose ranks when they're interrogated for mastermind intelligence. That's actually good. That means you can build up to a mastermind faster without sacrificing your safe houses. Scarabs no longer obtained from bargaining in areas under level 68. Okay. Unveiled crafting mods rebalanced. 10 new beast crafting recipes. Split beasts suck. Party members that are not the map creator are now required to be within 250 unit radius of a captured beast. Okay. So, like, this seemed like it was kind of hit or miss if you got them sometimes. Like, if you're in range or you tagged them or something, but requiring them to be in range makes sense. Like, otherwise, you know, I could bring a party of, you know, 5 level 1 or level 68s into my maps and just get 6 of every beast that I do, right? Which I'm sure people were doing. You want 6 times as many beasts? That's what you would do. Breach changes. Blessings. Oh, that's fucking awesome. So they made the blessing able to upgrade the breach stones. That gives blessings a fucking... There's a blessing sync now. And there's a way to get higher tier breach stones without having to have fucking it that fled in one specific safe house, like research or whatever it was. That's fucking cool. Like that. Delirium added and rebalanced cluster jewel notables. Okay, we'll see that later. Quantum rarity lowered. Cool. Delve is rebalanced in a way that makes better rewards appear earlier. Yay! Very deep depths no longer provide such an exponent. Yay! So casual delving is profitable. Yay! Maybe. Dude, PoE 2 shit looks so good. Essences. Essence balance section. Cool. Heist. Amount of experience required to level up heist drug is reduced 20%. Cool. I like heist. Alva can convert your completed temple to a tradable object. I fucking love this because it means that I can make a temple and run it later. SV Cheat 0, I am not. I can't really afford to do it up front, and I don't have the time or energy to organize a way to fund it. Someone who wished to remain anonymous reached out to me a month ago and indicated that they would be interested in doing it or in paying for it if I organized it, but they never replied to me after that, which actually sucks, to be honest, because I would have been glad to organize if someone was just gonna put their card down or whatever. But yeah, and it's all, the other part of it too is like every time I posted about it on the subreddit, like a third of the comments are, why are you buying them lunch? 10 cent makes millions of dollars. They can buy lunch for them. It's like, do you not understand what being nice to people is? Do you not understand that there are people there on their Saturday trying to make sure that your video game runs well? And they're doing it because they fucking want it to go well? Not just so that they can get your money? Let's just be nice to them. It's exhausting. Just like filtering through all that shit. So the first time I did it, it was relatively cheap, but because of COVID, the second time I did it was far more expensive because I had to do individual lunches. But you're feeding like 30 people, 30, 35 people. You figure at least like $20 a person. And if you're not getting something that's like catering style. And then it goes up from there. So like, you know, the last time I spent a lot more because I raised a whole bunch of money on it, and but it was through a program that also provides lunch for kids who can't afford their like school lunches and shit in New Zealand. And they were like super fancy boxed meals with like and then snack packs that that were just there for the next like week that people could grab. Yeah, pretty much about $1,000. Like $1,000 would cover a nice easy way to do it. But you know, it also involves organizing it through a 14-hour time difference with a company that's local there. And then also making sure that I'm talking to the front desk at GGG to make sure like someone can receive it and they know what's coming, when it's coming, that kind of stuff. So like there's some overhead, and you know, it's something I might do again. I was actually kind of excited when someone reached out to me. Is like, hey, if you like organize it, I'll pay for it. I'm like, sure. Here's about how much it cost last time. Yeah, because like it's also being delivered, and like if you do, the first one was like a catering setup, so they actually like set up the catering like the trays and stuff with like the heaters and everything like that, and then they have to like pick it up afterwards. Whole deal. But it's pretty straightforward. Now if I were to do it again, it takes I could get it organized in about a week. Assuming like money raising wasn't part of the organization. So we'll see if I pick it up. Money is just not in a position where I can like even temporarily just like take the hit. So yeah. So unique items improved with incursions. Temple's boss drops stuff based on the rooms. Awesome. Love that. Specific rooms add monster packs to the temple. Modifiers this result in density challenge reward. Improved. Sweet. Explosive rooms have basic chests that can be opened with flash powder kegs. We don't need them for opening a path elsewhere. Ooh. So this makes it so like your explosive room that you upgraded because you were afraid you wouldn't complete your temple is still not fucking useless. Yeah, and Ajita or you know, yeah, I'll be happy to stack up a whole bunch of temples and run them all in a day. And Hoopy, yeah, it's not even like it's just about doing something nice for the people who are putting extra effort in to make sure everything goes smoothly. And it's about the people. Yes, Tencent owns part of GGG, but that doesn't mean Tencent's shoving money into GGG. And yes, they can order their own lunch, or Chris Wilson can order lunch for the team, and I'm sure he has. I know he has, and they have a well-stocked like break room with like snacks and shit. But it's about like doing something nice and making it so like they don't have to worry about it. When they're like also worrying about quick fixes and stuff, because like how many times have they like patched something within like an hour of yeah, exactly, like You know, oh, I'm gonna spit on the Amazon delivery driver because Bezos has $1 billion. Fuck him. Yeah. Shrine of Empowerment. Randomly empowers one connected room. Upgrades it. Okay, so these are the two. So the two lower ones still empower at least one or two. That's cool. You had a work meeting at Bezos Ranch? Ooh. You got sent to the ranch. Sacrifice a unique item for another random unique of the same class. Okay. Monsters killed progress bar. Updated slightly. Cool. Legion changes. New incubators. Awesome. Abyssal incubators can drop the new scarabs. Awesome. Cartographers can drop Shaper Elder influence maps. Ooh, and maps with delirium orbs. Nice. Decadent incubators can no longer drop. Brandis League exclusive uniques. Aww. No more 7 League step. Enchanted incubators can now drop items with enchantment from the Eternal Labyrinth. They couldn't before? That explains some things. I thought it was just rare. Turns out they just couldn't. Foreboding can drop Harbinger incubators. Cool. Drop pool of Mysterious incubator. Cool. Whatever. Metamorph. Accelerating catalyst for speed. Noxious catalyst for fizz and chaos. Nice. Unstable for crit. Nice. Ooh, and the Metamorphs in Tane's lab are a big buff. Coin count normalized. Items sold modernized. Vendors will no longer offer any scroll fragments for Brandis coins. Was that a thing people cared about? Were like people trading in Brandis coins for piles of scrolls? What the fuck? Factored items no longer have a visual effect. What? Why? Talismans no longer drop using the well-rolled modifier system. Boo! Why? Why? That's all. This is a why. It was already like. I mean, I guess since now you can anoint them differently. Sure, but like you already had to find like a good base with good rolls with the right anoint, and now you have to run corrupted blighted maps to get the tainted oil so you can re-anoint them. Yeah, whatever. Offering opens up a random trial. Cool. So you can maybe get your attunement done faster. We've all seen the Divine Font changes. It's awesome. Love it. Makes running lab not a fucking, not such a, high. The variance of reward based off what enchant you get isn't as high anymore. Daily Labyrinth Ladder has been retired. Thank God. It was so dumb. One person just does it on every league. Doesn't even sell the shit in the leagues. Fuck them. Who cares? And I only say that because having those jewels not accessible in private leagues, in solo self-found, unless you make a lab runner, just felt so shitty. Low life is done. Cost and reservation systems reworked. Percentage reservation is now stored with more precision. Cool. Don't have to spend to reserve. Like it. Yeah, I don't know about the low life change. We'll see how it feels, I guess. I don't know how much it affects anyone that was already low life because they tend to go way below 50%. But it means that, but they also added like attack stuff that on low life. So then you don't have to be ES based. Like, you can get like 15k health. You know, you can go down to 7k and be on low life. It also makes low life interesting for like hybrid builds. Yeah, exactly. That don't need shavs, right? Like, because like I've played hybrid builds, you know, with a few thousand health. And cutting off like 1,000 wouldn't have really made it so like chaos damage would insta give me, especially with some chaos resist. So yeah. Some leech math stuff I'm not gonna care about. This means you can't bypass your own hexproof. Cool. Corrupting Blood updated. We heard about that. Call of Steel doesn't have a cooldown, so you can mouse it now. Increased character size now capped at 100%. Cool. Awesome. They buffed Anger by 10%. Almost exactly across the board. Maybe 11%. Cool. Berserk. Divergence. Different. They nerfed Blade Blast a lot at high levels. So that's 25% at high levels. Like 15% at low levels. And the damage effectiveness. Cool. So no more top of the ladder Blade Blast Chieftains, maybe? Or maybe it's just still a fucking good skill and that nerf doesn't actually matter. Which is what I imagine. Blade Vortex got nerfed. Cool. Blade Storm now deals more damage with bleeding and blood stance. Cool. Flesh and Stone nerfed. That's probably needed. Honestly, 25% for a huge defensive buff was like way too easy to fit into other builds. Frost Bomb to 15%. That brings it more in line with other exposures. Which I get. I don't know what the deal was with General's Cry and channeling skills. But that's nerfed. I imagine there was some build that used it. I don't really know because I haven't used General's Cry. I know a lot of people liked it, but punishment got changed again. It always gets changed. No one uses it except like self-cursed headhunter dudes or something. Seismic Cry. Exerted now deal 20% more damage per previous attack. Okay, that's a nerf. Spellslinger no longer supports skills granted by items. Okay. So you can't like, you can't spell sling. What were people using? I don't know. No longer activates with their no valid link skills. That's actually nice. Had that messed up a few times. Carrion Golem nerfed. Toxic Rain. The spread range of pods affected by AoE. Causes the... Okay. So it used to be that AoE basically made them overlap more. Now they're spread out more. And they nerfed the slow. That's probably a good thing. Toxic Rain was like OP AF. I love Toxic Rain. And I avoided playing it for a while. Vigilance Strike is no longer a once every 30 second hit the button to get Fortify. Awesome. Vitality is nerfed. What timeline are we in where Vitality needs a nerf? That's wackadoo for me. But okay. Wait, they buffed the damage effectiveness of Wave of Conviction? This shit was already like really good damage effectiveness. But they nerfed the exposure. Makes sense. Brings it in line with other exposure things. And they buffed the initial flat. Okay. So buff, nerf, buff. Ball skill gems can now only be obtained from a set of specific methods. Wait, what? Can you not get them by volleying anymore? Or is it just that you can't get them, like, from things that say, like, you get a minion gem. You can no longer get Wall Summon Skeletons. Read the very bottom. Okay, so there's an update. I'll get there. That makes sense. Because this seems vague. Like, from a set of specific methods. Okay, it always could only come from a set. Yeah, I'll get there eventually. I'll get there. Alright. Specific skills of Vol Arc. Wait, what? Okay, so this is there should be a line break here. Should be specific skills, Vol Arc. Got it. Faster, less soul gain prevention, awesome. So looks like they buffed Vol skills in general. Yeah. Okay, they nerfed the effectiveness of BV. Okay, so this is a nerf, but longer. And can be... Okay. 2 uses, but hits less frequently. That's fine. Vol Blight, lowered prevention. Vol Burning Arrow, one of my favorite skills. Just... what's aesthetically, but with sound? What's that word? Orally satisfying? I don't know. It has the best fucking sound in the game. Add 5 projectiles. Boom! Loved it. Vol Cold Snap. Buffed. Ooh. Way buffed. The bottom end damage is equal to the top end damage at level 20. That's crazy. Vol Cold Snap is fucking fire. What the fuck? So they upped the initial hit by 50%. And then they upped the dot by 10%. That's fucking nuts. Vol Cold Snap was already pretty fun to run around with, like... Yeah, I like that. Papa like. Papa like Vol Cold Snap. I already liked Vol Cold Snap. Yeah, ooh. Cool. Vol Cyclone. 80%. So it's a lot. It hits harder, but slower. But it hits much harder, but slower, and you can do it more. Cool, but it still sucks things in and leaves you hanging, so fuck it. Vol Earthquake is now awesome. Buff damage, ongoing hit, ongoing effect lasts longer. Lower soul gain prevention, awesome. It sounds like they're doing a lot to like get people into using wall skills. Like it. Vol Fireball didn't need. I don't think that needed buffs. People were using it already, so just adjust the soul gain. Cool. Well, Flame Blast, buff, but so I haven't been watching any reactions, but like a lot of people are like, it's on nerfs. Like, did they not read the Vol skills? Like, they went nuts with some of these things. Like, Vol Ground Slam can now be exerted. As though Vol Ground Slam can now be exerted. People are going to be fucking one-shotting bosses with Vol Ground Slam. Guarantee it. And it got 100% base attack damage increase. With 4 uses? Only a 1 second prevention? Vol Ground Slam! Vol fucking Cold Snap! Or what? Oh, 100%. Ooh, I missed that. Yeah, more damage. Yeah, boss is gonna get bonk. Bonk them bosses. Damn, I want to play fucking Ground Slam. That might actually get me to hit more than one button, so I can exert my attack. I like that. What the fuck are people smoking? Everything got nerfed. All the Vol skills are getting buffed. Oh my god. These are just, they're all like, yeah. Vol Lightning Strike, cool. Lower duration, but it has 2 uses. Like, this is a buff. Like, base duration going down by 25%, but now you can use it twice. Yeah, cool. And then, like, you can recharge it faster. Like, you only have 2 seconds where it's not going off, and you can't charge it. Oh, no, that's not how it works. They, yeah, because this doesn't start until this ends. But that's fine. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Vol Lightning Trap. Damage effectiveness at 250. Oh my god. Wait, let me reread the Burning Arrow stuff. So this is just, they didn't change it except make it just like fucking awesome. Like, you can use more of them, which is I'm fine with. Yeah, I'd like to see new Vol skills. Vol Roa fires 27. They almost fucking doubled the number of arrows at level 1, and it's 50% more at level 20. Okay, cool. Vol Grieve got a huge buff. Okay, so this is a nerf because it's less damage per second. Okay, whatever. But you run it with RF anyway. Oh, but it... Okay, never mind. I take that back. They doubled the amount it sacrifices. And less and not quite halved the amount of damage per second. So that's fine. They nerfed the more spell damage during. Fine. They made it so you can do it more frequently. Okay. So like this about evens out. This is a nerf. This is a buff. Let's see. Vol Power Siphon. Cool. Let's just give you free, like, 15 times 5 is 70. Let's just give it 75 increased multi. Awesome. Vol Power Siphon. Jesus. Vol Power Siphon is just like insta-gives. Love it. Vol Spark. Okay, cool. They didn't buff Vol Spark. They didn't really buff Vol Spark. For like 5 patches in a row, they nerfed Vol Spark every single way that they could. And people were still fucking using it. So it's not surprising that they didn't fuck with the numbers there that much. Vol Spectral Throw. No one cares because no one uses Spectral Throw. Cool. Vol Storm Call. Ooh, let's see here. 50% more damage at level 1. About 50% more damage at level 20. Holy crap, dude. Vol Storm Call. Got fucking huge buffs. Brutality now supports any skill that deals damage. Okay, I don't know what that changes really, but... Alright, passive tree rebalance. This stuff always, like... I read it, but it doesn't process in my brain. Because I don't remember the names of nodes. Oh, that's a cool thing. So, the nodes that were melee fizz for Scion are now just physical damage. That's good for Scions. Vanquisher Cluster has been added. Causes you to crush enemies. I got a crush on you. Cause I'm a Vanquisher. And I crush on all the bitches. Alright. Sweet. So no longer melee only. Oh, cool. I'll probably just wait for POB, to be honest. So Corrupted Soul nerfed. Cool. Ooh, reduced reservation of stance skills. So that affects Flesh and Stone, which means you can invest in this to help bring Flesh and Stone back into line if you're actually using it as a melee character. Okay, the passive tree balance. I'm kind of just gonna skip over all of this because I didn't dig in enough of it to like really know what. I mean, I like wider selection of goods. I don't know what Power Hungry was, but making it better, cool. Buff Harvest, cool. Apprentice Node, yeah. I'm kind of just... It's Atlas Tree, it is what it is. It's not like, you're gonna pick the ones... You're gonna pick the ones you like, no matter what the actual percentages are, right? Unless you're like min-maxing for profit, you're gonna be like, I like Harvest, so I'm gonna pick all the Harvest nodes. Oh, that's how I view it anyway. Ascendancy. So they changed damage with bleeding to physical damage over time, which is basically just for it to affect bleeding and corrupting blood. Pain Reaver has been replaced with Divine Pain or Defy Pain. Oh, do I even have a thing? I want to know which one. Yeah, that's gonna take 8 years to load. Berserker changes. Ooh. Attacks and spells. Nice. So they're making blood zerkers. That's cool. Wait, what did they change? Defy Pain. Pain Reaver. Okay. So where are they getting rid of Pain Reaver? Oh, so they're getting rid of the global double leech stuff. Okay. That kind of stinks. And they're giving makes it defensive. Okay. Weird. Assassin. Nerfed damage for low life things. Oh. If our low life is 50%, enemy's low life is 50%. Right? So, this isn't as bad as it seems. This is not as bad an nerf as it seems because you'll hit it way faster. And then, yeah, same thing. I assume that most of the damage with bleeding is going to be changed to physical damage over time. It's fine. Takes 75 damage for allocated notable passive skill. Here's 100. Okay. No longer possible to temporarily bypass your golem limit. Okay. They nerfed Necromancer's mana regen a little. No, they cut in half, but Master Surgeon removes CB when you use a flask. Cool. Item balance. Orb of Binding is now world. Cool. I like Orb of Binding. It's an alch that also has a bonus. Sack Garbs. Oh, wow. That's implicit to the body type. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. So now it's enemies you kill have % chance to explode. It says modifiers. So I'm guessing that there are multiple tiers. And that's why they didn't list a %, because there's probably like a tier 1 and tier 2. This annoys me that they removed global stuff from quivers rather than giving casters a reason to use a staff over a bow. They just nerfed quivers for spellcasters. Which kind of annoys me. Because I like the idea of casters with the bow. And I think it should be a choice between a bow or a staff for a two-hander. But I think buffing staves spell mods would be a better way to do it. Especially since you can craft so many spell modifiers on a bow now anyway, that nerfing the quiver doesn't really change. Nerfing the quiver doesn't change your choice. It just means that you'll roll a defensive quiver or use a unique. Yeah. Let's see. Arrows chain +1 times. Yeah. You can't double convert with a crafted mod. Got it. Physical damage over time multiplier is a prefix on wands and staves. Cool. They can roll on cobalt jewels. Okay, so now there's a local poison damage over time rather than A chance for poisons inflicted to deal more damage. Okay. Hunter damage with poison. Okay, so they're adjusting a bunch of the damage over time stuff. This is just the bleeding corrupted thing. Elder and Shaper influence ring can no longer increase. Oh, they removed the melee, proj, and spell damage as suffixes from these guys. That's too bad. Whatever. It doesn't change a whole lot, to be honest, right? Watchstones that don't have sextant modifiers applied to them can be imprinted. Okay. You can no longer obtain 2% chance to grant an Atlas mention on titanium watchstones. Yeah, okay. But the higher ones can still be. You just can't get the low tier. Flask can no longer be attained from... What's the Faithful Meeting? Donation card. What is this? League specific item. Oh, that makes sense. Wow, you could get flasks from that? That would be such a fucking... Wow, I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, that... Because flasks can't technically be corrupted, you shouldn't be able to get them as a double corrupted item. Unique blight items that have been anointed now show and hovering. Cool. Strong boxes. What? Like... Okay, so now it's more rarity instead of increased rarity. Is it going to change anything? I don't know. No. No longer twinned on those guys. Cool, whatever. So they lowered the tier at which you can reroll rares with essences, which is really nice because it just means you don't have to burn scours nearly as often on mods that are like pretty good to craft. That's actually a buff for like solo crafting. Or like, you know, just getting into maps, let's start essencing items for resists and stuff like that. Makes that easier and cheaper. Let's see. Buffed, avoid ignite, whatever. Buffed flat damage on the highest one. Ooh, now increase impale effects. That's a nice change, I think. Just makes it a bit different. Armor. Okay, so Dread's just buffed. Envy. No longer grants Leech. Now grants local added chaos to weapons. And grants added chaos with attacks to quivers. Cool. These seem like they're just modernizing them. Ooh, Shrieking and Deafening getting buffed. That's good. Yeah, let's get rid of Stun Block Recovery and replace it with Warcry and Totem. Cool. Good change. Give people an actual reason to use them on not boots, maybe. They're still just gonna use them on boots. Essence of Delirium. Okay. No more Chaos Leech. It said it's multiple over time. Increase marks on quivers. Hexes no longer grants 2% max mana on block. No grants 15. Oh, okay. Low life spell block. Okay, I guess. Ooh, Decay got buffed. Ooh, Decay got way buffed. Essence of Horror. Cool. Buff the chill on block. More damage on low life for Sake gems. That's cool. Buffed the AoE. Buffed the added fire damage. Who the fuck was like, it's all nerfs? They made Vault Skill's awesome. They're buffing all the essences. Up the Fizz's extra fire on Quivers. Okay, sweet. So that's... They buffed the Burning Ground because now it's 4 seconds. So they quadrupled the amount of net damage walking over something with this does. Okay. I loved... Holy shit! So, Fireburst on hit was one of my favorite little stupid gimmicky shit things to do. But now always casting on hit. Let's see. Now has a 1 second cooldown. Okay. But you're always getting it. Okay, so fire... Oh, man. Oh! I'm gonna make my stupid Fireburst on hit character. Yeah. Cool. Because the other nice thing about this is that the support gems in the weapon affect the Fireburst. So, yeah. So yeah, it'll only go off once every second, but like, it's always fun. Projectile Pierce on Quiver is awesome. Mana regeneration rate while shocked to boots. Okay. Onslaught for 6 seconds when hit. Up to... So they doubled the amount of time that you get, which is nice because that lets you keep it up longer. Updated the reflect damage to be higher, so now it's gonna be easier to be immune to reflect. That's cool. Buffed that. Spectral Spirit summoned by the weapon deal 32% more damage. Cool. So essences fucking buffed up the wazoo, basically. Wow. I'm seeing big buff. Okay, Abyss Jewels. Buff. Everything's buff. Everything's just fucking buffed, except for the minion stuff, which makes sense. Looks like the top end was just... Oh no, that's buff still. They're just not buffed very much, but still, yeah. So Chaos and Fizz are lower, which makes sense because if you're Chaos, you're doing something different. If you're Fizz, you might be converting to other elements anyway. Okay, cool. So Abyss Jewels, buffed. Across the board. Awesome. And Abyss Jewels from Troves are going to be using the Loot 2.0 reroll thing. So you'll actually find some decent ones, maybe. Rather than having to roll them. Cool. Cluster Jewel Rebalance. Oh my god, how many... I'm like halfway through here. Jeez, why are there so many notes? It's like they actually want to improve the game. Oh, I'm kidding, because like... modernizing shit is so good. Like, revisit all those mods, revisit previous League shit. They're adjusting Zeri drops and other boss drops, League mechanics. While I hate reading fucking 80 billion pages of patch notes, I like seeing shit like this, right? Give people more reasons to run different kinds of jewels, especially when people are running cluster jewels now. So new notables, cool, nerfed, nerf. Okay, so they nerfed a lot of these things, but cluster jewels being like super OP plus giving you more slots was kind of Oh. Yeah, like Snowstorm here. Like that's still like a must for like, you know, lightning builds because it's just like 8% is extra. It's a little less, sure. Yep. That's not surprising. Widespread destruction going down. Yeah, these are all just across the board bit of a nerf to up. They're capping vast power, which is probably good. That's fine. They changed the oils for maps. I wasn't oiling maps that much anyway, so I don't care that much about them. But the addition of tainted oil is cool. I don't really know what the meta is for oiling your bladed maps, but I assume it was too good, and now it's a little... Ooh, you can get more blade bosses, though. That's interesting. Alright. Crafted balance. So, they made it so that the mod you unveil is no longer considered a crafted mod. Which is nice, because now you won't get one of those weird, like, 3 mod plus a crafted mod items that you can't really do anything with. But the craftable ones looks like... Okay, added damage over time, upped resistances, upped the chances to ignite, freeze, shock. Cool. That's all gravy. They nerfed the overtime multipliers by bit. It's fine. Buffed the dual stats. That's actually really good. Made those dual stats actually like nice to get. Like, you know, strength and dex on a witch, like getting, you know, 25 instead of 17 is a big deal. Upped the regen, upped the flat life. Cool. Increased the brand. Okay, so most of these are buffs. That's a nerf, but it's fine because it's channeled skills. It's a slight nerf to avoid ailments, but honestly it was kind of easier to get immune to ailments than it probably should be. No! They made trigger spell 8-second cooldown stuff for. That's probably fine, to be honest. Alright. League specifics added to core droppable. Thank you! Death's Oath. Buffed by, you know, 40%. Level 25 Summon Wolf. Ooh, I don't know what that means. So you take... Okay, so Infernal Mantle buffed because you're taking less increased spell damage, but I don't think that makes much of a difference. Gluttony's fixed to have a proper level requirement, sure. Now causes minion spell triggered by it to have a 0.25 second cooldown with 5 uses. Previously no cooldown? Okay. Oh. Oh, and they buffed the minion damage. Cool. Molten Burst skill granted by Nagamu's Flame. It's an extra proj. Awesome. They nerfed the replica. Last resort. Attack speed. But no, that's easier to get on low life. That's fine, I guess. Brand surge granted by thingy deals more damage. A 5th variant of Vessel of Victor. For shock. Oh, shock. They do shock prolif and shock effect. Okay, makes sense. Ooh, damage conversion Victor is buffed to 50%. Added lightning buffed. Vigil nerf. Azuri's Rain is chance to regain consumes souls and has a limit of 1. Okay. No, they nerfed quills for spells. I mean, that makes sense. They're gonna do it anyway. Whoops. And they nerfed the signal fire in the same way that they nerfed other bow stuff. Makes sense. All right, incursion uniques. Apep Slumber, change base types, upped the flat damage, upped the regen. Cool. Coward's Chains. Count as full life while cursed on vulnerability. Wait, what? Oh. Weird. So this is the not upgraded one, right? Yeah, okay. So, okay. So they just removed the increased damage and added full life while cursed on vuln. And then up the, okay, sure. Change the base. Okay, don't, no. Okay, so they changed a whole bunch of the bases of these. Freeze and shock is, okay. They buffed that. I don't know what base was it on before? Veracite? Okay, what's the difference between a Veracite and a gemstone? Okay, so it went from a level 35 base to a level 56 base. And got a whole bunch of fucking increased damage. Cool, Story of the Walls, way better. That's cool. And then Fate of the Ball. Okay, so they changed it to essentially be on the same base as the upgrade, which makes sense. Cool. Sacrificial Heart. Now you gain up to maximum power. Yes! Yeah, Sac Heart got a buff. I love Sac Heart. It's one of my favorite leveling items. Whole bunch of flat damage, and now just like full power charges. So hey, let's crit ground slam. Boom, boom, boom. Got it. Love it. Cool. Architect's Hands. Buffed. Nice. 4 to 6% chance to throw 4 additional traps. Crazy. Fun. Final bosses of each act have had their drops reworked. More and better items. Yay! Profitably farm. This is the first time that I have ever seen GGG call out an economic choice. They can be profitably farmed. I don't remember them ever doing. I mean, I'm sure they may have before in patch notes, but the fact that they're saying, hey, act bosses, yeah, you can farm those bitches. Cool. Like it. Base life of Harvest Monsters. So they just, this doesn't do much other than adjust the people who are using the Spectres to super high life for Vol DD. What? Allies cannot die. Aura has been removed. Oh, I gotta take my meds. Where's my meds? I did bring them in here, I think. Didn't I? I needed to take my sleep medication, and I don't know where I put it. Thought I brought it in here, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. I can wait a little bit on that. Oh, no, here it is. Got it. Okay, so no more allies can't die. It is now just immunity buff for a short duration. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That way, you see allies can't die, or now Benevolent Guardian, you wait for the buff to fall off, and then you go pew. Still kind of slows you down, makes you think about it, but it's not just one of those, like, cool, I guess, like, this map is just gonna lag while I try and find the one mob I can damage. Rare monsters downed by Cirrus, nerfed. Awesome. Tajash no longer uses ultimate Molten Strike, sure. Bullthorns used by Rage has been visually updated and doesn't have damage reflection. Yay! Yay! So no more randomly dying to the fucking lieutenant because he cast his fucking buff. Thank you. Thank you. And then Matt Boss buff to bring him in line. Cool. Monster changes. Awesome. Xana League mods. Essence, Breach, Bloodlines, Ambush, Harbinger, Heist, Harvest. Cool. Ooh, 2 Smuggler Cash. Excuse me. Yeah, cool. Epilogue section of the world screen now contains sections for the quest lines. This is all okay. Okay, so deals X% of base damage got moved into the description rather than a modifier. Awesome. Shift left click removes a single item from a stack. Cool. Additional stuff added to Control C. Awesome. Control Alt C, you can copy the entire thing. Awesome. Control click June. Awesome. File cache directory UI option. Okay. So you can move things around. You can move where things are cached. Item filters closer to the top. Awesome. You can use exclamation point as a prefix to filter that don't contain. Cool. So you can not things. Got it. Got it. Trade. Yes. Filters for influence items can now be found under pseudo stat filters. That makes it so much easier to be like, I want Crusader or Warlord. Because you couldn't do that before. Because it was like, Crusader, yes, no. Warlord, yes, no. Now that they're in pseudo stats, you can make a search for them. Awesome. Quest rewards, they added the new gems to a whole bunch of things. Awesome. PvP changes, no one gives a shit. And like 3 people give a shit. I don't know. Fix the bug where Maven's button needed to be deactivated. Thank you, because I often deactivate it and forgot to reactivate it. Sweet. Bug with cast and damage taken. Bug with Infernal Legion. Non-melee hits from melee skills to grant Fortify. So that means like the projectiles of Lightning Strike can't give you Fortify anymore. Kinetic Bolt, dealing more damage than intended to enemies at a specific distance. Okay. Body swap fix. Zona missions could offer blighted maps that couldn't be activated. Oh, weird. Scorching Ray totems did not stack correctly with other Scorching Ray totems. Yay, that's a good fix. People were complaining about that for a while. Effective non-damaging elements modifier applied twice. Oof. Bug plus, okay. Fan of Blades notable could stop functioning. Guardian Hydra become invincible during a ritual. Oh no. I didn't know that was a bug. Chaos damage leeches life modifiers are missing chaos tag. That adjusts some crafting. I kind of assume. Fixed a bug where you could lose Deadeye's Tailwind buff if you gain Tailwind from another source. Oh, interesting. Plague Bearer couldn't be supported by item rarity. Frost Shield wasn't counting as chilling. I don't really know many bugs that I care about here. Final betrayal encounter in area could sometimes fail to occur. That's actually a good fix because that had to do with like the sequencing of, like, if you did 2 of them and it affected what was in the third, it could disable the third. Alert level increases every 10 seconds. Heist modifier wasn't working correctly. Okay, so they fixed it. The Exalted Holy Relic had a longer cooldown. That's annoying. That's funny though. That an MTX, like, you did less damage with an MTX on. Alternate quality fixed, awesome. Yeah. Effects. Hypnotic Toad Pet wasn't glowing correctly. Nice. And then visual stuff. Alright, cool. We really hope you enjoy it. Oh, I'm at the end. Okay. Okay, they added corrupting gems. Awesome. So it's simply that you cannot get them from things that will just give you gems. So you can't get a Vol gem from gives you a level 20 minion gem. It will no longer give you level 20 Vol summon skeletons. Awesome. Efficacy can be purchased from Nessa. Oh, that's removed. Whatever. Cool. Awesome. That's all the patch notes. Overall, hell yeah. Wait, did they? I didn't see it here. Where was the? Oh, it's not in the notes here, but in their they mentioned adding like drops to Ziri and Uber at Ziri, but that's not in the notes. But yeah, overall, yeah, seems pretty solid. Nerfed a few things, buffed the fuck out of Abyss Jewels and Vol skills. Happy about that. Like, you know, this is, you know, 20% of the patch notes are buffs to Vol skills. Cool. Yeah, you know, a lot of this is nerfs, but all of this is buffs. I want things to change in PoE. That's part of what makes it interesting to me, is not doing the same thing every time. So we're gonna go bonk some fucking bosses with our 80 billion damage ground slams exerted. Cool. I don't even want to know what people's reactions are to this, other than maybe some streamers that I know and like. But a few things, yeah, I'm kind of sad to see go. But Allies Can't Die being gone. How long have people been asking for that? Because it fucking sucked. No one liked it. Hell yeah. Cool. I like it. Good job. Good job, GGG, overall. I have the latest